Hello viewers and welcome to another Project Cars video then. So away from the start, we've got another video here sent in by BS Nismo doing his thing, showing us some action here of the Hockenheim circuit, which is on Project Cars. You know, goodness, there are so many circuits on there already. It's such a huge package it's developing into. It's going to be so impressive. Again, remembering this is pre-alpha, we've got a range of viewpoints we'll pop through, but certainly competitive in these touring cars. Good old Hockenheim. It's a nice circuit, though I still prefer the older one, the character that it used to have, blasting into the forest, the high-speed sections, the chicanes that were always you know, challenging and enabled lots of overtaking opportunities. Put a lot of pressure on the engines, of course, because they were at high speed for so long on it. But it's changed it more into a conventional circuit now, including this very slow hairpin section. But it's still good fun to drive. But overall, Project Cars, obviously, remembering this is pre-alpha stage as ever, it's always looking fantastic. Still lots of work to do on some of the circuits, bits and pieces, but either way, just give it a bit of life, essentially, give it a bit of atmosphere. But we'll be taking this tour, so eventually, hopefully, in a few months from now, we'll have at least one video and replay of every single track in the game. And it will show just how big it is as we come into the stadium section. Nice section. These stadiums were packed to the rafters back in the 90s when Michael Schumacher was coming up against Damon Hill, I remember. Kind of fizzled out a little bit though, and some years it was a little bit quiet. Always a challenging section there. It's tricky getting into those final two corners. The second to last is actually a little bit off camber, and then there's a little bit positive camber into the final corner. Of course, again, F1 fans will remember when Juan Pablo Montoya messed it up there in McLaren years ago. That was a big mess up for him in front of the crowd at the time. Not one he was keen on for what was a very challenging year and time for him in Formula 1. McLaren probably not the best team for him to go to. Touring cars, actually, talking to touring cars, it's been all action this weekend. We've had the World Touring Cars, but I've been watching the British Touring Cars. Great action in the British Touring Cars. I have to say, Jason Plato doing a fantastic, if slightly overly aggressive job in the day, proving just how, you know, intently he was in trying to win for the MG team, and just showing the work they've done in developing that car throughout the winter. You know, fantastic job for them. Great for him to come through. I think, you know, again, Honda are going to be strong this year. They were strong obviously last year, dominant last year, and I think this year they're still going to be a challenge to beat them. But with the regulations being as they are, and the ballast and the weight, there's going to be opportunities for everyone to get through throughout the year. I look forward to that a great deal. Bad luck for Nick Hamilton, of course. You know, it would have been nice for him to have had a better race, but been taken out in what was a mass pile-up. I think we lost, you know, about 7 cars. Talking of losing 7 cars, we lost 7 cars in the final race of the BTCC yesterday. It was an oil slick laid down, 7 cars and went off on the same corner. Actually quite risky times like that, because you'll find that one car crashes off, the marshals run out there to help that driver, and then suddenly 3 or 4 more cars can hit that same oil slick and all end up in the same point. But anyway, I'm rambling. That's it for a bit of Project Cars. Loads more to come, and that's a bit of Hockenheim looking great, and more soon.